Welcome back to my channel. Down the Rabbit Hole News, I am the Rabbit. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have been following this with me, along with a lot of other creators. Shout out to you and thank you so much for following. Make sure you're hitting that like button. It does help get the word out in the algorithm and overall helps my channel. Thank you so much for being a supporter. Now, I want to show you guys a comment that was left by one of my beautiful, wonderful, hopefully subscribers. I had to pin it, but when I dropped the video yesterday about how there was a bottleneck situation, somebody pointed out by the name of DT Hawaii. They said 4 minutes and 40 seconds. That right there is horrible traffic control. Civilians were headed north to Kanapali and Napili and close to escaping the affected areas of Lahaina. That bottleneck screwed everyone that had to stay still in their vehicles while they were deep in Lahaina. In a life and death situation, such as what happened, there should have been a continuous flow with proper directing. No cars should be stopped for many minutes at a time. The fire was traveling at 60-mile-per-hour speeds by the time it reached areas near Front Street. And shout out again, I did pin their comment by DT Hawaii. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Shout out to all the locals that have been commenting on my videos and saying different things. Let's go ahead and play this video and let me know your thoughts in the comments as well.
Leah, it's hard to get Hawaiian Electric to say anything, or for that matter, to get the county to say anything about Hawaiian Electric. That's because the county decided to sue Hawaiian Electric in the early days of all of this, and that's put a lid on the information that's coming out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, if there needed to be a lawsuit, there needed to be a lawsuit. However, every time there's lawsuits, people have to be quiet. But I'm kind of wondering about what information or lack thereof we will be receiving, we will be getting because of this.
But we have learned a little bit more that we're going to tell you about. Now, we know that the morning fire was allegedly started by a down power line. Hawaiian Electric says because that fire was contained by 9 a.m., they're not at fault for the afternoon flare-up. They say that they shut down all power on West Maui as of the morning on August the 8th. And now we know a little bit more about what Hawaiian Electric was saying in real time. We've looked back and uncovered a tweet. Take a look at this. Hawaiian Electric never announces a full shutdown, but it says at 3:55 p.m. that crews are arriving from Oahu to help restore power. And an incident management team is, quote, working closely with the County of Maui Emergency Management Agency. That's 3:55 in the first hour of the flare-up for the afternoon fire. And an hour and a half before, we know people will go into the water at Front Street, the first of that group at 5:30 p.m. You're looking at video.
I love that Jeremy Lee is doing this timeline for us and breaking it down because that is going to be very important and crucial, I think, overall. I don't know if people are like the investigators, the people that are in charge of reporting back to actually what happened, if they're going to be doing this. But I'm glad that the people are calling this out because there needs to be some transparency to this. That's one thing that a lot of people have been saying.
Now, Honopilani, as utility crews worked last month, we showed you this week how the highway and Front Street were both blocked by police barricades that afternoon of the 8th, but an hour after that Hawaiian Electric tweet, we have video newly released from an evacuee, which shows us Hawaiian Electric crews were taking up half the lanes on the highway headed south in the 5 p.m. hour. Cole Millington shared with us this video you're about to see after 5 p.m. that day as he continued south and found more obstruction in the way.
If you look behind me in my rearview mirror, fire crossing the road, not good. I saw several electric trucks. They were trying to move down power lines, and I have videos of that. And I also saw electric trucks coming in with brand new telephone poles while there's an active evacuation going on. And plenty of smoke. It was obvious that people are trying to escape for their lives. Full on apocalypse mode. Every whatever telephone pole is down this entire road. I've seen like 12. And it's just getting worse. And you can probably barely hear me because of all this wind.
So if all these power lines were de-energized and everything was down, then why would they need to block the roads? This is the stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Why block the road? If you have a logical response to this, put it in the comments.
Now, the mayor appeared at 6 p.m. live on KITV, apparently unaware of the situation. He announced that Hokio Place was recently opened. That's that southern roadway that leads up to the bypass. Cole Millington said that was not an option for him when he passed by at 5:15 when this video was taken. So if Hawaiian Electric was in contact with emergency management as they tweeted, why are they taking up lanes during an evacuation that is active after 5 p.m.? That's the big question. Was emergency management communicating with anybody, whether it's police, fire, or Hawaiian Electric? Were they meeting in the Emergency Operations Center, which is the bottom floor of the county building? All of these unanswered questions.
In that right there, my friends, let me go back a little bit. Okay. Additional crews are arriving from Oahu to help with the restoration efforts. The company has also activated its incident management team and is working closely with County of Maui Emergency Management Agency and other agency responders. That would be the guy, okay? Let's talk about that. The guy that quit, that would be this guy, the guy that quit. I believe that would be the same guy because he was the chief of the emergency management. He bounced. I mean, listen, people were like, well, Rabbit, he bounced. He left because of health reasons. Are you sure? Maybe he kind of knew, like, he left for health reasons. That's what people were saying. That's what was quoted. Um, and people just kind of quit, especially in leadership. We just had Nani quit. Was it last week? She put in her notice as well. It's not a good look, especially in such situations. People are gonna look at you funny. I'm just saying. This was the guy that was in charge of all the emergency management stuff. Maui's emergency management agency resigned Thursday. This was August 18th. County officials said after facing mounting questions. Now, this is what they're saying here, but Herman Andaya submitted his resignation citing health reasons. This would be Herman Andaya. He said it was health reasons. Other people are speculating other things. I don't know.
During an evacuation that is active after 5 p.m. That's the big question. Was emergency management communicating with anybody, whether it's police, fire, or Hawaiian Electric? Were they meeting in the Emergency Operations Center, which is
Well, and that would be also part of the investigation is where the hell were these people at?
the bottom floor of the county building? All of these unanswered questions. We're trying to get closer, but Maui County did not hold a press conference last week, and they have not announced a press conference for this week. So the only way we can keep asking these questions is the way we're doing right now, asking them publicly.
Yes.
We're reporting live.
And that's what needs to happen. We need to ask these questions publicly. We need to just, and if something logically makes sense, then of course we'll say, logically, this is what happened, or we'll give a response to that. But none of it is making sense to me overall. Nothing. Just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out.